time is now 4:47 and pretty mild out there this morning, but things may be changing a little better today.
Yeah, a lot more sunshine. That's the big key, because when it was cloudy, that wasn't great. Now, when the sun came out, it did feel a whole lot better, but today looks to be a normal day. Our lows will drop down into the mid-40s, or around 50 degrees here in Charlotte and close to Monroe. Really quiet right now in downtown Monroe. And our surface map is showing a lovely situation. That cold front has cleared further off towards the east. A lot less green boxes off towards the west from all that flooding that occurred over in Tennessee, parts of Missouri, up into Kentucky. They don't need any more rain. And then the Charlotte area's forecast looking fine and dandy, back to the lower 60s by the early afternoon, and then we're hovering right around 70 degrees, reaching the lower 70s to close out the afternoon. It's still going to be on and off breezy here today, but not as windy as the last couple of days. High temperatures exactly at 72 for Charlotte and surrounding areas, 69 Hickory, and then 58 degrees in Boone. Talking about those winds, I think it's going to peak by the mid to late afternoon hours. That's what happened yesterday and the day before. Seeing those peak gusts around 20 miles per hour and then gusting to about 25 miles per hour up in the high country. No longer a wind advisory. Copy and paste for tomorrow. Really, the highs only differ by about 1 to 2 degrees. And then it's going to be a cooler morning on Thursday. So that's really the only difference. We're dropping down into the lower 40s, some of us down into the 30s. However, the National Weather Service in Raleigh thinks that some areas west of Raleigh could drop down into the 30s. That's why they're actively under a frost advisory. But none of our counties are in that criteria. I don't think frost is really likely even for these areas, but I think it's a better safe than sorry situation around the Greensboro area. But what about rain? We haven't really had too much. That's why I gave you that painting forecast, because this is the prime time if you have any outdoor project and you need to be dry. We're going to be dry through the weekend, but we do have a slight chance for rain Easter night heading into Monday. I think it's really going to be more late day Monday heading into Tuesday that we start to see our rain chances return as we head into more of an active pattern, and there's a lot more moisture to feed off of. So for our Guy Roofing 7-day forecast, lower to the mid 70s, so pretty much back to normal status, and then a nice little bump ramping up back into the lower 80s on Friday, and then boom, look at that, 87 degrees, one of the warmer days this year, and that's going to be great if you go into the Charlotte FC match. And then Easter Sunday, I think it's a mostly cloudy day, but it's a warmer day with temperatures reaching the mid 80s, and eventually we're back to the 70s the middle of next week. But all in all, not a bad forecast.